think. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. It's that time of night. It's 8 o'clock. It's Wednesday, so it must be time for Nick's Wednesday night quiz. Now, this is my 105th quiz so far during lockdown. We've passed the year now, and we're into year number 2. You'll be pleased to know, but never mind. We've kept the quizzes going, and very much thanks to all of you who have joined us during that time. It's been great fun doing them, and I hope you've enjoyed having a good go at some of my quizzes and learnt one or two facts along the way, so to speak. Right, let's see who's joining us tonight. We've got Clive and Janet, and the teasers have just joined us. They're saying good evening, Nick, Lydia, and everyone. Isn't it CCC cold? Yes, it is. Yeah. Although, to be fair, we took the grandkids out today. It's Wednesday. We always take the grandkids out on a Wednesday, and we thought, where are we going to go? Where are we going to go? Is it going to be too cold? Anyway, we took them to Daventry Park, which is a local park, and it was absolutely beautiful, really. The sun shone, and in the sun it wasn't too bad, and most of the time we were in shelter conditions, so we didn't get blown apart. And but yes, as soon as you got that little bit of cold and wind, oh dear, didn't half get you then, but never mind. Yeah, so anyway, Andrew's just joined us, so that's Andrew and Jane saying good evening, everyone from Yelvertoft. So good evening to Andrew and Jane. Hope you're all both keeping well and raring to do battle tonight. Chris Meads has also just joined us, and thanks, Chris, for leaving that beer at my door the other day. The plum porter's going down very well, so thank you very much for that, Christopher. Oh, didn't he buy the plum porter this week? Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you for the Brewdog Punk IPA. I think the plum porter was probably the other week, but never mind. Sarah's just saying good evening, Nick. Like the shirt, are those pineapples? Yeah. No, they're lemons, actually. Sorry, we need a close-up shot of that one, obviously. They might look a bit like pineapples, but as you can see now in high definition, they look more like lemons when close-up, I suppose. Ooh, yes. Very tangy, but never mind. My citrus shirt, so to speak. Right, tonight we have 6 rounds, as usual, to keep you going. Nothing like Sunday, where we had 20 in that first round. We've just got 12 questions in round 1 tonight. Round number 1 tonight is entitled Wednesday the 7th. Wednesday the 7th. There's no 0 in there because I can't keep coming up with things with 0 in front of them because not many answers that can start with 0. But never mind, maybe somebody can come up with lots of them for me. So round number 1 is Wednesday the 7th. Round number 2 tonight is a geography round. Straightforward, no nonsense geography round. Round number 3 is a connections round where I ask you 9 general knowledge questions, and question 10 asks for a connection between the previous 9. Round number 4 tonight is an initial letter link. Again, 9 general knowledge questions where you take the initial letters of each of your answers, rearrange them to spell out the answer to number 10. Round number 5 tonight is a very tricky science and nature round. I like science and nature, but this is a bit tricky for you tonight, but never mind. That might sort a few out. And then finally, of course, we have some general trivia. So nothing too hard in that respect, but there we have it. So Jackie Skip's just joined us. So good evening, Jackie. That's half of the Booby Prize girls already signed up. John Potter, evening. Nick, finished your brewery project yet? No, I'm going to need some more help from you, John. I got the insulation yesterday, so I've got 3 more boards of insulation, 2 for the big tank, 1 for the little. I've ordered up the tongue and groove board, and I've got some marine ply at long last. So most of the stuff's there. I'm going to need a bit of a hand, I'm sure, to put it all together, but never mind. I'll probably go down tomorrow and get that insulation on. Jed and Tracy have just joined us, so good evening to Jed and Tracy. They're checking in. I hope you've had a fine day. It was funny because yesterday we actually had a little bit of snow. Well, it was very powdery stuff in the air, but we did actually have a little bit of snow yesterday. Today hasn't been that bad. We've had some good spells of sunshine, but it has been bitterly cold, I have to say. But never mind. At least we're not sat in pub gardens in the freezing cold, are we? That's yet to come, but we will see. Now, we had some very good performances, as usual, last week. Unfortunately, I haven't written down last Wednesday's scores, but never mind. The winners know who they were and whether you did any good or not. But let's see how you all fare tonight. As I say, with 6 rounds of just general knowledge. Martin Davis has just joined us from the Wheat Links. He said the Wheatlinks are now gathered online and ready to do battle. Excellent, Martin. That's what I like to see. Hope you and Tina are keeping very well. And you'll have to let me know whether any of you have had both your jabs now and whether anybody's worried about this second jab proving fun. No, I'm not going to say anything about that. Oh, dear, oh, dear. Right, as on normal, do feel free to like my page. The more likes I get, the higher I get up the Google and the YouTube rankings, so to speak. And, of course, do feel free to subscribe to my channel, which is very straightforward. There is a subscribe button somewhere on your screen. I'm not quite sure where it is because I can't see your screen. I can only see my own, which is a reflection of myself, which I have to look at myself all night long. What vanity that is, he says knowingly. And I've done that for about 105 quizzes. That's probably an hour and a half. So 200 odd hours of looking at myself. What could be worse? He says knowingly. Right, Ian has just joined us. So we've got Harry, Julian, Ian, and he's got a single bottle of Shiraz ready to go. I expect you're already on that, aren't you, Ian? I am testing the plum porter tonight. This is a Titanic plum porter. It was very nice the other week. So I've now got this fruity red, deep-coloured plum porter to polish off this evening. I'm sure that'll go down well. You should hear me slurring my words by the time we get to round 6, I would expect. But other than that, we should be fine. Oh, and Ian Miller's just joined us. That's another Ian, he says. Yes, there's 2 Ians online. That's what we'd like to see. Ian and Ian, good evening to both of you anyway. And I hope you're both keeping well. And I hope you both had a great day. Harry and Julia are also joining Ian tonight. So we'll see how we go. Mike Yates has also just joined us. Good evening, Mike. I hope you're well. And raring to do battle again. Again, 6 rounds of general trivia. I think might suit you a little better tonight. We will see. Are there 2 Millers? Yes, there are 2 Millers. All right, Robin. We've got 2 Millers and 2 Ians. That's a good one. Oh dear. All right, Jane and Graham are ready. They've just joined us from sunny Cambridge. I hope everything is well with the Upper Toft contingency. So good evening to you, Graham and Jane. I hope you're both keeping well and raring to do some quizzing action tonight. Well, we'll see. I will just run through those rounds again for those that one is a windy miller, lol. Oh dear. Right then, let me run through those rounds again for those that have just joined us. We are starting tonight. Round number 1 is entitled Wednesday the 7th. Wednesday the 7th. So you take the initial letters of the letters Wednesday and the number 7 and the 2 letters TH, which will give you 12 possible answers to round 1, Wednesday the 7th. Round number 2 is a very straightforward geography round. Nothing too testing in that round. Hope you know your geography well. Round number 3 is a connections round. 9 general knowledge questions, where question 10 asks for a connection between the previous 9 answers. Round number 4 is entitled An Initial Letter Link. An initial letter link, again, 9 general knowledge questions, where question number 10 asks you to take the initial letters of your previous 9 answers, rearrange them to spell out an answer to question number 10. Round number 5 tonight is entitled Science and Nature. Science and Nature, a good, tricky, hard round on science and nature tonight. So if you like that kind of thing, I hope you've got yourselves raring to go on science and nature round. And finally, a pretty straightforward general trivia round. 10 questions on just general knowledge to polish you off this evening. So who else has just joined us? We've just got John Hillary from the famous 5 have just joined us. So good evening to you, John. Hope all is well with you. And Denise has also just joined us. Good evening, Denise. I hope you're keeping well. We've got Rory and Georgia from the Yorkies. They've just joined us, so good evening to you. Hope you've had a lovely day up in York. I don't know whether it's been overcast or whether you've had sunny skies. We've had pretty sunny skies on and off all day. It's not been too bad at all. And Penny's just joined us. Good evening, Penny from sunny Essex. I hope all is well with you. What's that? And so it was that the later A's, the miller, told his tale that her face at first just ghostly turned a whiter shade of pale. Yes, I kind of get that somewhere, Ian. I need to run that through. It's not easy to read stuff through quickly in the chat column. Never mind. Mick Roberts has just joined us. So Mick and Bev are now online and raring to do battle. Good evening, everyone, says PRS. They're just signing in. So good evening to Matthew and Claire. Hope all is well with you too. And Penny's saying, yes, thank you, but it's freezing. It has been very cold today, I have to say, but not too bad. I was surprised. It was actually 7 degrees this afternoon here, wasn't it? Which wasn't too bad. I mean, we've had it worse than that, haven't we? Oh, dear. At least he didn't sing it. What? Whiter Shade of Pale. Do you want to hear my rendition of it? No. I've been practicing this afternoon with my grandchildren, who are turning out to be as nearly as accomplished vocalists as me. Oh, wait a minute. The wife's saying better than me already, but I can't believe that. No, I can't believe that at all. Now then, we've got 5 minutes of idle chat to get through before we start the quiz tonight. So what's everybody been up to? Have we got anybody with any silly jokes, he says knowingly. We had quite a few good jokes on Sunday, I have to say. It was an excellent turnout as usual. And I think we had a great quiz on Sunday night. Now then, Home Alone 6 have just joined us. Good evening, Home Alone 6. Are we a full team of 6 yet, Carol? You have to let me know. Is Roy there? If so, Roy, I could do with a joke to start us off. I don't know what we can think about today, but something about the weather or something useless like that, I suppose. I don't know. Now then, what else was I going to say? I'm not sure what else I was going to say, but never mind. I've got to keep going. The pubs. Now, when are the pubs reopening? We are opening both our pubs, apparently in May. May the 17th, something like that. I know a lot of pubs are rushing to get open in April, but A, it's going to be cold to sit outside all night long, which you can't see very much. And who's going to open on a Monday anyway? The first day, I think, of opening is a Monday. Anyway, we'll see how things go. I don't think there's any rush to get places back up and running in a hurry. I think it will sort itself out when people are feeling that bit more confident to go out. Wait a minute, PRS, it's Barney's 10th birthday on Friday. So he's watching the quiz if you're ready to sing. He's here watching the quiz. I'm definitely Barney. I can't believe he's 10. Is he really 10, Ange? I can't believe you're 10, Barney, already. I only remember you as a tiny little thing, but never mind. Now then, well, in that case, we'll have to get Ange to get the happy birthday song on the phone and we'll sing Barney's happy birthday. So is he helping the team tonight, PRS? That's what I want to know. I expect you're only trying to get me to do it to infuriate Robin, of course, your other team member. Faye's, hi, Nick, and happy hump day, says Faye. Good evening, Faye. Roy's just said, hey, Nick, went out for a walk in the fields and got attacked by a flock of sheep. Luckily, I was only grazed. That's a good one, Roy. Like that. Keep them coming. Any sheep jokes, especially. I do like sheep jokes. Right, Michelle's just joined us. She says, hello, everybody. Charlie, James, and myself all here. Sometimes he helps. Barney's doing the science and nature round on his own. Excellent. That's what I like to see. Oh, dear. Right, then, come on. I better sing him happy birthday, I suppose. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'll come and get it. It's only because it might be somebody else's birthday. I know I haven't asked. Sorry, everybody. I didn't actually ask if besides Barney's birthday, is it anybody else's birthday this week? Because if I'm going to sing for Barney, I might as well sing for everybody and see how we do. Barney's doing the science and nature round on his own. Quizzy Rascals have just joined us. Good evening, Paula. Hope all is well with you. Right, is anybody else's birthday? If not, we'll just sing happy birthday to Barney. Let's see how we can go. Bother. It'll go round, won't it? I think. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Barney. Happy birthday to you. Right, enough of that. Right. Oh, stop. All right, that's it. Stop that one quickly. Oh, wait a minute. I better just pass it back to the wife or I'll be in trouble. I'll be back any second. We'll just wander around the table. Now, wasn't that exciting? We've really enjoyed that. Robin said he's died and gone to hell. That's fine. All right, Robin, I'll see you down there in a few years' time when I come and join you. PRS, thanks. That meant a lot. Well, happy birthday, Barney. And I hope if everybody else or anybody else has a birthday this week, do take it as read that I've wished you a good and happy birthday. So there we have it. Right then, we are ready to get cracking. We have 52 teams logged on at present, or 52 people watching us from various locations. So without further ado, let me just bring up my first round, which is here somewhere. Here we go then. Eyes down, look in. All teams raring to go. Question number 1, starting with the letter W, as in Wednesday. Born on October the 25th, 1825 in Vienna, Johann Strauss II was known as the king of which style of dance music? So born on October the 25th, 1825 in Vienna, Johann Strauss II was known as the king of which style of dance music? He said, I've been paying £2 a month to the Cats Protection League for over a year. I missed 2 payments and they've just been round and broken my cat's legs. Dear God. Question number 2, starting with the letter E. Built in England during the 1st and 2nd centuries, the Fosse Way was a Roman road that linked the city in the southwest with, that linked which city in the southwest with Lincoln? I don't know what that capital C and E are doing in there, Liz. The question 2 again, built in England during the 1st and 2nd centuries, the Fosse Way was a Roman road that linked which city in the southwest with Lincoln? Good road by any standards, that Fosse Way. I should know, been up it a number of times. It's 1 for Martin Davis. He'll be all over this one. Question number 3. What is the name of a power station in South Kent that was connected to the national grid in 1965? The original unit has now been shut down, whilst Unit B is now operated by EDF. Well, I understand that's shut down at the moment for maintenance, but there you go. So question 3 again. What is the name of a power station in South Kent that was connected to the national grid in 1965? The original Unit A has now been shut down, whilst Unit B is now operated by EDF. Question number 4 for all you winos, and I'm sure there'll be a few people whining, so certainly about my singing, but never mind. Starting with the letter N, what name is given to the large bottle that contains the same as 20 standard bottles of wine? Martin knew that one. Well done, Martin. Know your power stations. Did you see that new power generation records were on Sunday, Martin? 80% of all the UK's power produced by solar and wind on Sunday. Well, midday Sunday, whenever. Question number 5. Which highly reactive lanthanide with the atomic number 63 is named after a continent? That starts, of course, with the letter E, which should help you somewhat. So which highly reactive lanthanide with the atomic number 63 is named after a continent? It took nearly 20 years to commission it. And I think Unit A will probably take another 50 years to decommission. Dear God. Question number 6, starting with the letter S. The letter S, it's a one-word answer I'm after. How is a character from the British motoring television show Top Gear better known? There's a running joke that nobody knows who's inside the racing suit. So question 6 again. How is a character from the British motoring television show Top Gear better known? There is a running joke that nobody knows who's inside the racing suit. Question number 7 starts with the letter D, as in dwarf. Question number 7, what name is given to a horse that is marked with spots or rounded patches? So question 7, what name is given to a horse that is marked with spots or rounded patches? Question number 8. Now this is a 2-word answer, and I need them both, obviously, for the point. Which of the chasers on the ITV show The Chase does Bradley Walsh refer to as Frosty Knickers? Oh, no idea why. But question 8 again. Which of the chasers on the ITV show The Chase does Bradley Walsh refer to as Frosty Knickers? Modify the beginning of this one slightly. Listen. Question number 9. Now owned by Assa Abloy in Sweden, what is the name of one of the oldest the world's oldest lock manufacturers? Robin's just put, I asked my doctor why I hated people with no digits on their feet. He explained that I was probably lactose intolerant. Oh dear, very clever. So did I repeat that? Now owned by Assa Abloy in Sweden, what is the name of one of the world's oldest lock manufacturers? Abloy locks, they're good locks they are. I used to have them on my hi-fi shop. Used to take me 10 minutes to get them off every morning. 10 minutes to put them back on. Question number 10. This is a number, starts with the number 7, 2-digit number. In the world of bingo nicknames, what number is represented by the phrase, one more time? One more time number. See, I've heard that one before. That's a good joke, though, Ian. Bought a dog from the blacksmith. As soon as I got it home, it made a bolt for the door. That's very good. Question number 11. This is probably the hardest one in the round, but the letter might give it away. Starting with the letter T. Which town claims to being the oldest in Northamptonshire and possibly, because of the antiquity of recent Iron Age finds, to be one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in the country? So question 11 again. Which town claims to being the oldest in Northamptonshire and possibly, because of the antiquity of recent Iron Age finds, to be one of the oldest continuously inhabited settlements in the country? And Crick isn't a town, by the way. Might claim to be the oldest, I suppose. And finally, question number 10. This is a 2-word answer starting with the letter H. Which celebrity chef first came to public attention with unusual recipes such as bacon and egg ice cream and snail porridge? Sounds very delightful, that. So which celebrity chef first came to public attention with unusual recipes such as bacon and egg ice cream and snail porridge? Must try some of that snail porridge. Tastes very tasty. Right then, everybody. That was 12 pretty straightforward questions, wasn't it? Maybe number 11 was a bit tricky, but Expecting some good scores after round number 1 then. Here we go. Here are the answers. I hope all your team members have argued with each other to sort them out and put them in the correct order. Number 1, of course, Johann Strauss was known as the Waltz King. The Waltz King, so it was waltz I was after. Number 2 is Exeter. Basically the start of the Fossway goes all the way up to Lincoln. Number 3, of course, was Dungeness. Number 4, that giant bottle, 20 standard bottles of wine, is a Nebuchadnezzar, also 15 litres it holds, apparently. Number 5 is Europium. Europium, I'm sure you could have worked that out. Now, it's got to be pretty. You've got to have that right. You can't just say Europe. I was after the name of the element, of course, is Europium. Number 6 is better known as the Stig. Number 7 is a dappled horse, one with patches or spots on it. Number 8, Frosty Knickers, of course, is Anne Hegarty. Anne Hegarty. Number 9, of course, the world's oldest lock manufacturer. Still on general sale, of course, or name is anyway, it's Yale. Number 10, of course, 79 is One More Time in bingo nicknames. Number 11, the town that claims to be the oldest in Northamptonshire is Toaster. Toaster. Well done if you got that. There weren't many, I suppose, starting with the letter T. And finally, number 12 is Heston Blumenthal. Heston Blumenthal. Very experimental chef, of course. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in after that first round. See how we've all fared. Must have been fairly tight, I'm sure. And let's see how many 12s we've got out there. Well, PRS straight in with the 12. Well played, PRS. Well played you indeed. Right, we have Martin Davidson, the Weak Links, with an 11. We've got Ian Miller with an 11. Clive Janet the Teasers with a 12. We've got Home Alone 6 with a 12. Michelle's and Charlie with a 12. We've got Harry, Ian, Julian and his bottle of Shiraz there on a 12. Sarah, Russ, James and Joe are on 10. We've got the famous 5 on 12. Jed and Tracy are on 11. Jane and Graham Gifford are on 11. Mick and Bev are on 10. We've got the Yorkies, that's Rory and Georgia, on 9. We've got Mike Yates on 10. What's that? Fossway has some very good dogging size, so I'm told. Oh, well done, Ian. I'm sure you know that one. Penny Graham with a 10. Right, have we got any more scores in? So there's plenty of 12s and 10s and 11s and very good scores in after that first round, as I thought. So anybody up there or thereabouts, plenty of time to catch up. Split the difference are on 12. The Quizzy Rascals are on 12. Booby Prize Girls, 13. Added 1 for sharing quiz. Excellent. Well done, Jackie. Right then. Round number 2 is the geography round. It's a geography round. Pretty straightforward geography round. So here we start off. Question number 1. Listen carefully. Which of the Channel Islands has a population of around 500 and is one of the few places in the world where cars are banned from roads? So question number 1, which of the Channel Islands has a population of around 500 and is one of the few places in the world where cars are banned from roads? Not that they got many roads. Not that there's far to go. If you did have a car, it'd be a bit pointless. Question number 2, which country's unit of currency is often referred to as the Kiwi dollar? So question 2 again, which country's unit of currency is often referred to as the Kiwi dollar? Question number 3. Which university is home to Scotland's oldest public museum, called the Hunteria Museum, and is the largest Scottish university in terms of student population? So question 3 again. Which university is home to Scotland's oldest public museum, called the Hunteria Museum, and is the largest Scottish university in terms of student population? Certainly a museum I've never been to. Oh dear, that's a good one here. What has 4 legs and goes, ah? A sheep with no lips. Oh dear. I'm always talking to sheep when I'm cycling along. So one of my favourite occupations is to talk to sheep in the fields. Question number 4. In which European city would you be on holiday if you were travelling on a vaporetto? So question 4 again. In which European city would you be on holiday if you were travelling on a vaporetto? I told you this was a dead easy round, really, wasn't it? Maybe, maybe not. They're only easy, of course, if you know the answers. Definition of an easy thing is not easy to do. Question number 5. On UK roads, what colour is the background of road signs that indicate a tourist attraction, such as a zoo or a visitor centre? So question 5 again. On UK roads, what colour is the background of road signs that indicate a tourist destination, such as a zoo or visitor centre? Anybody goes to all the parks that I do, you should know that one. Daventry Park, Brighton Pools. They've all got the same colours. Question number 6. It's a bit of knowledge, this one. In which country would you find Ian Fleming International Airport? So in which country would you find Ian Fleming International Airport? God dear, my phone's making a noise at me. Must be the BBC telling us all something serious. Question number 7. It's one about the London Underground. What 2 lines on the London Underground begin with the same letter? So which 2 lines on the London Underground begin with the same letter? My daughter's trying to whisper very quietly so she can't be heard on the microphone. Right, question number 8 is about an island group not far from Britain. Well, not far from us, should we say? Well, maybe it is actually. It's quite away from us, but never mind. It's not the other side of the world. Right, okay. Straymore, Eysturoy, and Sandoy are all part of which group of islands? So question 8 again. Straymore, Eysturoy, and Sandoy are all parts of which group of islands? Question number 9, you'll be pleased to know, is a straightforward 50-50. So which contains more land? I'm going to give you the choice. Is it the Northern Hemisphere or the Southern Hemisphere? So question 9 again, which contains more land? I'll give you the choice. Is it the Northern Hemisphere or is it the Southern Hemisphere? Question number 10. I don't know what you like on your flags of the world, but question number 10. The national flag of Indonesia looks like the flag of which European country turned upside down? I don't know how well you know your flags of the world, but the national flag of Indonesia looks like the flag of which European country when it's turned upside down? Now, if you don't know that, you can have a good guess at it. One thing, it's not going to be us, is it? Right, that was a bit of a testing round, wasn't it? You'll do well if you get all those 10 right, I have to say, but never mind. I will give you a second just to have a quick word with the team to see whether you can get the answers to any of those, at least have a good guess at some of them. Right then, everybody. Okay then, let's crack on with some answers to that round, see how all fair. Not an easy round. We started off, question number 1, of course, that Channel Island with a population of 500, I want, was the Channel Island called Sark, of course. Sark. That's one of the few places in the world where cars are banned from the roads. Number 2, the Kiwi dollar, of course, is New Zealand's. Number 3, which university is home to Scotland's oldest public museum? That's the University of Glasgow. The University of Glasgow. Number 4, in which European city would you be on holiday if you were travelling on a Vaporetto? That, of course, is a water bus. You'd be in Venice. You'd be in Venice. Number 5, UK roads. What colour is the background of road signs that indicate a tourist attraction? They're brown. Normally white writing on brown background. Number 6, in which country would you find Ian Fleming International Airport? Well, of course, his GoldenEye estate was located there. It's in Jamaica. In Jamaica. Well done if you got that. Number 7, what 2 lines of the London Underground begin with the same letter? That's the Central Line and the Circle Line. Question number 8, Streymoy, Estroy and Sandoy are all parts of which island group? That's the Faroe Islands. The Faroe Islands. Number 9, I was after the Northern Hemisphere. That contains the most landmass. And finally, question number 10, the flag of Indonesia, which is a plain, well, it's really red and white. It looks like the flag of which European country when it's turned upside down? It's the same as Poland's, really. When you turn that upside the other way, it's red and white. So Poland and Indonesian flags look the same, but you've got to invert one to make the other. So well done if you've got that, because that was tricky. Right, I'm not expecting anybody to score full marks on that round. So don't. But we'll see. You never know. We've got some bright teams out there, some very bright teams and some very tight competition. So we've got PRS with a fantastic 22 points. Mick Roberts has fared very well with 19. We've got Ian Miller on 18 points. The Giffords have moved on to 21. Sarah, Russ, James and Joe are on 16. Jed and Tracy on 21 points. Michelle Gibbons is on 21. The Weak Links have moved on to 18. The Teasers have moved on to 21. The Famous Five have moved on to 21. Penny Graham's now moved on to 18 with Home Alone 6 on 19. Georgie Lambert and the Yorkers are doing very well there, 17. Leslie's saying it's my worst round ever. Thought you were good at geography, Leslie. You are. Surely you must have got Sark and the Kiwi dollar. You would have done better than you think, I'm sure. Mike Yates on 17. Split the difference are on 21. Harry, Julian, Ian, Annie's Bottle of Shiraz. Well, they're still doing well. They've got a full 10 marks and 22 points. As have Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals, 22 points. Jackie Skip and the Booby Prize Girls are on a fantastic 19. So Beating my, Leslie said he got 4. Never mind, it's not so bad on your own. It's not easy when you're on your own. Teamwork helps, of course, in quizzing. It's not always, it's not really easy on your own with all those things. Never mind. Anyway, it's a bit of fun, so you might have learned something, I suppose. I don't know. Even if you didn't want to learn that the flag of Poland looks the same as Indonesia turned the other way up. Never mind. Right then, everybody. It appears we've still got 3 teams with maximum points. Got round number 4, 3 even, is a connections round. We've got 9 general knowledge questions plus a final question asking for a connection between the previous 9 answers. So a connections round, okay? Not too hard, I hope, but the connection might take a bit of getting. Question number 1, who is a member of the British royal family? Her husband is second in line of succession to the British throne, making her a likely future queen consort. So question 1 again, who is a member of the British royal family? Her husband is second in line of succession to the British throne, making her a likely future queen consort. Question number 2. You might as well put his full name down. So that's Christian name and surname. Who did business magazine Forbes name as the world's richest person in every year from 1995 to 2007? So question 2 again, who did business magazine Forbes name as the world's richest person in every year from 1995 to 2007? Not bad going, is it? Question number 3, this goes back a bit. I won't expect everybody to know this, but I'm sure a few of you will remember it. As soon as I tell you the answer, you'll know it. The TV series A Touch of Frost was set in which fictional town? So question 3 again, the TV series A Touch of Frost was set in which fictional town? Question number 4. After owning it since 1986, former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi sold which football club to Chinese investors in 2017? Typical. So question 4 again. After owning it since 1986, former Italian Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi sold which football club to Chinese investors in 2017? Question number 5. How many edges does a cube have? So how many edges does a cube have? Question number 6. What letter is the symbol of the first element in the periodic table? Now, come on, what could be easier than that? So what letter is the symbol of the first element in the periodic table? Question number 7. for you radio people. How is E, or the letter E, the most commonly used letter of the alphabet, represented in Morse code? So question 7, how is the letter E, the most commonly used letter of the alphabet, represented in Morse code? I'm sure you can have a guess at that one if you don't know it. Question number 8. The King of England, Harold Godwinson, was killed at which famous battle whilst fighting Norman invaders? So question 8 again. The King of England, Harold Godwinson, was killed at which famous battle whilst fighting Norman invaders? Question number 9. We'll need to go back a few years. In 1974, who became the highest paid movie star in the world? He had appeared in films such as The Cincinnati Kid, The Thomas Crown Affair, and The Great Escape. So question number 9. In 1974, who became the highest paid movie star in the world? He had appeared in films such as The Cincinnati Kid, The Thomas Crown Affair, and The Great Escape. Now then, if you've got an answer for those first 9 questions, question number 10, what is the connection between the previous 9 answers? So question 10 is, what is the connection between the previous 9 answers? Good connection by any standards, that one. Right, I'm going to test out to the Brewdog Punk Ipper. Well done, Georgia. Do you know, I didn't think anybody was going to get that in a hurry, but never mind. You've done very well if you've got that. The fastest the quickest we've ever got the connection. Martin's asking for more time, please, so they clearly haven't got it. Well up, Rory and Georgie. Good going. Yeah, I know, talking over there in the cheap seats. If you've got the connection, of course, you can now go backwards and see whether you can manage to work out the ones that might be missing or you've got wrong. Right, everybody, I will give you just that little bit more time. Do remember, we always do a quiz on a Sunday night. Look forward to seeing you, a load of you, on Sunday night to come and do the quiz. It'll be the same time, 8 for 8:15 start. In the meantime, do feel free to subscribe to my channel, Pewey1957, which I've been told, actually, whilst I've been doing a few test transmissions for picture and audio, people have been asking me, are you doing a quiz? You know, I don't quite know. I was supposed to keep it private. I don't know quite how it got public, but never mind. So do feel free to subscribe, and do feel free to hit the like button. The more likes I've got, the better. It all goes into my YouTube rankings somewhere. I don't know quite where, but never mind. So the more people that just hit the like button, it's dead easy. There's a little like button somewhere on your screen. Just hit it. And I say no more. Right then, everybody, let's do some marking after that tricky round. I trust you've got something there, Martin, have you? Or are you still struggling? Managed to decipher the clues? I don't know. Well, even if you couldn't get the answer to that, you should have been able to get at least 8 or 9 of the others. So here we go then. Question number 1. The member of the British royal family I was after was Kate Middleton. Number 2 was Bill Gates. He was Forbes' richest person of the year from 1995 to 2007. Question number 3. That fictional town, A Touch of Frost is set in, is called Denton. Number 4 was AC Milan, that football club that Silvio Berlusconi sold to the Chinese. Number 5, I was after 12 edges on a cube. Number 6, H, of course, for hydrogen. What's Lisa saying? You're making me feel stupid tonight. Oh, dear. Number 7, how is E, the most commonly used letter of the alphabet, represented in Morse code? It's a single dot or one dot. Number 8, the King of England, Harold Godwinson, was killed at which famous battle? Of course, that was the Battle of Hastings. Number 9, I was after the Great Escape with Steve McQueen. It was Steve McQueen. And, of course, what is the connection between the previous 9 answers? Well, it's a TV show, The Line of Duty, with Kate Fleming, Tony Gates, Lindsay Denton, Matthew Doc Cotton, Ted Hastings, Steve Arnott, and, of course, the unit they were, Anti-Corruption 12, or AC12. So well done if you got that. And I haven't seen any of the new series yet. I'm looking forward to watching it all in one go. But we'll see. I'm sure it won't disappoint. Okay, then everybody, let's get some scores in after that round. I hope, Martin, you managed to get it in the end, but maybe you didn't. Too busy watching Nick's quiz on a Sunday night, perhaps to catch up with. Right, the Yorkies straight in there with 27 points. Well played, Georgie and Rory. Sarah, Russ, Joe and James, they're on 25 points. We've got the Weak Links, 27, not seen the TV programme. You've never seen it. Well, it's time you did, Martin. Ian Miller's on 24. The famous 5 have moved on to 31 points. Well played them. PRS, however, on 32 points. Meg Roberts on 26. We've got Jed and Tracy on 29. Penny Grail's moved on to 26. Michelle said, tough that one. 29 points. Split the difference have moved on to 30. Mike Yates is on 24. We've got the Teasers have moved on to 29. The Giffords, that's Graham and Jane, on 30 points. Denise said, love that show, and I didn't get it. And we got 32 for the Quizzy Rascals. So it's really strong scores from 1 or 2 teams tonight. So we've got a number on 32s, 30s, 31s, and a few 29s sprinkled in there. So very well done, everybody that's there or thereabouts. Have I got everybody scoring so far? Yes, right then. Now then, round at number 4. Oh, no, Home Alone 6. Wait a minute. Home Alone 6 are on 29. Jed saying, we haven't either. What's seen the show? Now, of all the shows on British television, if you like anything to do with police drama or whatever, is probably the best show of the last 20 years, I reckon. And it's been voted by numerous people. It starts off, it's a very simmering thing that gets going over, so it's well worth watching. If you haven't watched it, get it on catch up. I think it's on BBC iPlayer or BritBox. Anyway, that's enough of me talking about other shows, especially promoting shows. Here we go then. Initial letter link. We've now got 10 questions. They're all general knowledge, where the answer to the final question will be spelled out by rearranging the first and last letters of the first 9 answers. What's that? First and last letters? I don't know what I've written there, but never mind. I do hope I've got this right. Oh, God. And I wanted to cut this up. Right, let's stick with the first letters, all right? I'm just looking at question number 10. I need shortening. Right then, sorry, everybody. Here we go then. 10 general knowledge questions. I just need you to take down the first initial. Question number 1. Which character from the TV show The Wombles was named after one of the longest rivers in South America? sure we've all heard of that one before. Come on, all you good quizzers will have heard this question. Which character from the TV show The Wombles was named after one of the longest rivers in South America? Question number 2. What type of earthenware has a name that means baked earth in Italian? So what type of earthenware has a name that means baked earth in Italian? This is quite nice. Brewdog's IPA. Question number 3, founded in Asia in 1865 and now with its headquarters in London, what is the largest bank in Europe with assets of almost $3 trillion? Well, to be fair, I haven't checked this question, so I hope it's still right. So founded in Asia in 1861 and now with its headquarters in London, what is the largest bank in Europe with assets of almost $3 trillion? Question number 4. Name the title of a play by William Shakespeare that begins and ends with a vowel other than an A. Because there's 2, of course. I don't want the one that starts with an A. So name the title of a play by William Shakespeare that begins and ends with a vowel other than A. Question number 5, another good TV drama. The song Paradise Circus by Massive Attack is used as the opening theme song to which BBC crime drama starring Idris Elba? So question 5 again. The song Paradise Circus by Massive Attack is used as the opening theme song to which BBC crime drama starring Idris Elba? Faye's just said, did you hear about the magician that only performed illusions with chocolate? He always had a few Twix up his sleeves. Oh, dear. I'm sure Roy could come back with something on that one, something to do with chocolate. So any chocolate jokes, feel free. Question number 7. I don't normally have these questions in here, but I thought I would. Which other TV soap opera besides EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? Seems to have been on the TV a lot recently. So which other TV soap opera besides EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? Have I? I've jumped a question, apparently. That was question number 7. Not that it matters. We'll swap them bound. Do you want to put that one down? Doesn't really matter. I've just missed a question out, but it doesn't matter. You're not to know that. It's only me and Lydia. Question number 7. In the United Kingdom, trooping the colour is a ceremony that normally takes place in which calendar month? I say normally, obviously with COVID, it's been a bit off and on and off, but never mind. So in the United Kingdom, trooping the colour is a ceremony that normally takes place in which calendar month? What's the input? Ian Barker, what do you get when you dip a kitten in chocolate? A kitty cat bar. Oh dear. Question number 8. In which British city does an annual race take place that is known as the Robin Hood Half Marathon? So question 8 again. In which British city does an annual race take place that is known as the Robin Hood Half Marathon? Roy's just put no more jokes on this topic. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'll tell you what though, Roy, I'm feeling very tired. I think I'm going to flake out when I get past the quiz. What's that? What? What? I can't hear you. Oh, right, sorry. Oh, no, I can't see that. Oh, I haven't got that. Question number 9. Famous for painting Scream, what nationality was the artist Edvard Munch? Or Munch. So famous for painting the Scream, what nationality was the artist Edvard Munch? So I have seen Faye's now. That's very good. A mummy covered in chocolate and nuts has been discovered in Egypt. Archaeologists believe it may be Pharaoh Rocher. They've been taking him around the streets this week as well. Pharaoh Rocher, there he is. The chocolate king. Oh dear. Sorry. And of course, question number 10. The first letters of the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the name of which famous person? 2-word answer. So the first letters of the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the name of which famous person? Yes, I didn't actually read that round properly before I started altering it earlier. Because it was quite clever, that. I didn't realise. Okay then, everybody, do we need any more time on that, or are we happy? We got answers down for all of them? Have we managed to get the initial letter link at the end to give us that famous person? 2-word answer. Just put down in the chat if you need a little bit more time. If not, we'll do some marking straight away. Go on to that dreaded science and nature round, which you're all waiting for, I'm sure. Or Martin's just asking for a little more time, so no problem. The weak links. Well, we'll see what the weather brings tomorrow, should we? I think it's going to stay cold, I reckon, for the next few days. Maybe for another week. No matter. Wasn't all bad today. We had some nice spell of sunshine and whatever else. Right then, everybody. Have we all got something now, or are we all still trying to work it out? Okay then, that's probably Martin, sorry, enough time for everybody. So we will do some marking after round number 4, the initial letter link. We started off that character from the TV show The Wombles, obviously on a long river in South America. That's the Orinoco, Number 2, I was after terracotta, of course, means baked earth in Italian. Number 3, founded in Asia in 1865. That kind of gave it away a bit. It's HSBC, Europe's largest bank. Number 4, name the title of the William Shakespeare play that begins and ends with a vowel. That's Othello I wanted. Well done if you got the A as well, but I didn't want the A. Number 5, the song Paradise Circus by Massive Attack is used as the opening theme song to Luther, that crime drama that starred Idris Elba. Number 6, what other TV soap opera besides EastEnders did Ross Kemp star in? That was Emmerdale. Number 7, normally the tripping of the Curragh ceremony would take place in June. Number 8, of course, was Nottingham, the Robin Hood half marathon. Number 9, Edvard Munch was Norwegian. And finally, the first letters of the previous 9 answers can be rearranged to spell the name of which famous person. That was Elton John. Elton John. Well done if you worked that out. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores in after that round. See how we've done. That was a bit testing here and there, but I think once you got the connection, you could work them out backwards. So well done if you got those. Right, Martin Davis and the weak link straight in with 37 points. The Famous 5 are doing very well tonight. They've only dropped a point. So Famous 5 are on 41 points. Home Alone not far behind on 39. And Clive and Janet the Teasers are on 39. As is Michelle Gibbons on 39. PRS are yet to drop a point. So they're the team to catch at the moment. 42 points with Jen and Tracy on 37. The Giffords are on 40 points. Well played. The Giffords, that's Jane and Graham. Sarah, Russ, Joe and James are on 33 points. We've got Georgie Lambert and the Yorkies are on 36. Mick Robertson on 35. We've got Mike Yates on 31. Mick Robertson on 35 again. So total score of 70 there, Mick. Booby Prize Girls are on 38. Well played, you too. Penny Graham's on 33. Split the differences on 40. We've got Quizzy Rascals. They're yet to drop a point as well on 42 points. Harry, Julie, Ian and his bottle of round. So he's added 9 to his score. So that's 40 points for Ian and the gang. Now then, round number 5 tonight. So well played. We've got a couple of teams yet to drop a point, but believe me, they're probably going to drop a point in this round because Science and Nature, this is not the easiest Science and Nature round in the world, but we have 10 general knowledge questions, something to do with science and or nature. So let's see how we fare. Are we ready? Eyes down, look in. Question 1, caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox. By what name is the disease herpes zoster, more commonly known in adults? So question 1, caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox. By what name is the disease herpes zoster, more commonly known in adults? Question number 2. What goes after wandering to give the species of bird that has the greatest known wingspan of any living bird? So what goes after wandering? It could be sparrow, for instance, the wandering sparrow, to give the species of bird that has the greatest known wingspan of any living bird. Question number 3. At 44 years of age, who became the first British person to walk in space? Starling. So at 44 years of age, who became the first British person to walk in space? Question number 4. Named after Joseph Marek, a Hungarian veterinarian, Marek's disease is a highly contagious viral disease found in what farm animals? Faye's just put, my girlfriend likes to tie me to the bed and cover me in chocolate with caramel, chocolate and caramel. She's a dominatrix. Oh dear, very good. Very good, Faye. Keep them coming. It could be worse, couldn't it, being tied to a bed in chocolate and caramel, I suppose, but never mind. So question number 4 again, named after Joseph Marek, a Hungarian veterinarian. Marek's disease is a highly contagious viral disease found in what farm animals? Question number 5. The term otoplasty refers to the surgical reshaping of what part of the human body? Sounds a bit painful to me. So question 5 again. The term otoplasty refers to the surgical reshaping of what part of the human body? You've got the spelling. It's down there. Question number 5, round 5, otoplasty. Question number 6. Name either of the only 2 countries that the orangutan is native to. So question number 6, how well do you know your orangutans? Name either of the only 2 countries that the orangutan is native to. Question number 7. Who was responsible for the H1 through to the H4, a series of clocks that were revolutionary in their ability to allow ships to determine their longitude at sea? So I just need the guy's name. Very clever horologist by any standards. So who was responsible for the H1 through to the H4, a series of clocks that were revolutionary in their ability to allow ships to determine their longitude at sea? Bit tricky if you've never heard of him, of course, but never mind. I think there was a famous episode of Only Fools and Horses where they found one of his watches. Went for £1 million or something, and they fainted. Question number 8. One about Marie Curie. Which of the following hasn't Marie Curie won? I'll give you the choice. Is it a Nobel Prize in Physics, a Nobel Prize in Chemistry, or a Nobel Prize in Medicine? So question 8 again. Which of the following hasn't Marie Curie won? I'll give you the choice. Was it a Nobel Prize in Physics, a Nobel Prize in Chemistry, or a Nobel Prize in Medicine? Ha! Well, there we have it, Robin. Very interesting as well. I'm sure it was a great programme. Robin's just said, I watched a Sky History programme last night that included the H1 to H4 clocks and their inventor. Well, I presume it didn't include their inventor live or anything. Probably. Was ticking over. Oh dear. Right then, question number 9. For all you real anoraks, this is a great question. What? Oh no. Should I give that away? Oh, I will. I'll get. There's a bit of a clue in here. What I is the name of the clever-sounding helicopter that has hitched a ride to the Red Planet with the agency's Mars 2020 Perseverance rover? So what I is the name of the clever-sounding helicopter that has hitched a ride to the Red Planet with NASA's Mars 2020 Perseverance rover? I've put the agencies, but... And finally, question number 10 in this very tricky science round. The full name of the British government advisory body that is commonly known as SAGE, that we've heard of many times over the last year, is the Scientific Advisory Group for what? So the full name of the British government advisory body, that is commonly known as SAGE, is the Scientific Advisory Group for what? So I just need you to fill in the E for me. Well, it appears at least Robin Mirrell will know the name of that inventor, if nothing else. By gum. The Scientific Advisory Group for by gum. Oh dear. That's about right, Ian, actually. That is. It's not far off that. Okay then, everybody. We've had plenty of arguments in the team tonight about those questions, I'm sure. Do remember to have a guess at those that possibly you don't know. You tell us, Manx. Oh dear. Actually, how did Burnley do the weekend? I haven't heard, Ian. I didn't see your post. Okay then, everybody. Let's give you the answers to that rather tricky science and nature round to see whether you managed to score a few on that round or not. Here we go then. Question number 1. Caused by the same virus that causes chickenpox, by what name is the disease herpes zoster, more commonly known in adults? That's shingles, of course. Shot ourselves in the foot, said Ian. 2 up to lose. Oh, God. What do you lose? 3-2 in the end, I suppose. Oh, dear. Question number 2. What goes after wandering to give the species a bird that has the greatest known wingspan of any living bird? That's the albatross. The wandering albatross, obviously, because they must wander about a bit. Number 3, of course, was Tim Peake, the first British astronaut to actually walk in space. Number 4, named after Joseph Merrick, the Hungarian veterinarian. Merrick's disease is a highly contagious viral disease found in chickens. Number 5, the term otoplasty refers to the surgical reshaping of the ears. Number 6, name either of the only countries that the orangutan is native to. That's Indonesia and Malaysia. Number 7, who was responsible for H1 through to H4, a series of clocks that were revolutionary in their ability to allow ships to determine their longitude? That was John Harrison. Well done if you got John Harrison, because that was a tricky one. Number 8, of course, Marie Curie is the only person to win a Nobel Prize in 2 categories. She won in both chemistry and in physics, but she did not win a Nobel Prize in medicine. Number 9, the name of that helicopter that is just about to launch itself. It's been dropped onto the surface now. I haven't seen whether it's actually taken off yet. It's called Ingenuity. Ingenuity. And finally, question number 10. The full name of SAGE is the Scientific Advisory Group for Emergencies. Emergencies. Denise has just put, will you be doing the quiz online from your pub when it reopens? Well, we might have a go, Denise. We'll see how it goes. My problem is my pub won't have a very fast internet connection. It's not bad, but I also put other rounds in, of course, like picture rounds and whatever, music rounds, so it might be a bit hit and miss, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see what we can do. We might be able to do something. Right then, everybody, let's have some scores and see how we've done. PRS, they've moved on to a fantastic 51 points, and that's ongoing. Georgie Lammett and the Rory have done remarkably well. 43 points for the Yorkists, 39 for Sarah, Russ, James and Joe. We've got the Wheat Links who moved on to 45. Good strong round there, Martin. The Giffords also moved on to 47. That's a good score. John O'Rourke, oops, said the famous 5, but they've moved on to a very respectable 47 as well. Ian Miller's on 36. We've got Penny Graham on 40. Michelle says, brilliant round, 46. Well, it's brilliant if you if you know your science as well. Clive and Janet, the teasers, they've done well as well. 49 points. Jed and Tracer on 45 points. Chris Meads and Split the Difference have moved on to 49 points. Home Alone 6, 45. No, lightly that round. Oh, well, no, that was a bit tough. Never mind. 51 for the Quizzy Rascals. Leslie Barrett saying an all-time low of 33. Wait a minute, you've got a round to go yet, Leslie. Don't worry about that. How did you fare on that round? Because you're pretty good at your general knowledge on science. Mick Roberts has moved on to 45. That's a great score. Mike Yates on 38. Denise has put, I've stopped counting my score, just learning now. Oh dear. It's Sharrett, Harry, Julie, Ian and his bottle of Shiraz. They've added 9 to their score on 49 points. A bad round for the boobies there, 43 points. Perhaps not your forte there, Jackie, but never mind. Leslie's saying he's not that far behind. So, no, stick in there, Leslie. Don't you worry about scoring all-time low of 33. He's on your own, which is not so easy. So, PRS the same time for us to crash and burn on the final round. Yes, it is time for everybody. So, we've got the Quiz Rascals are on 51. We've got Split Difference 49. We've got the Teasers 49. A couple of teams on 47s, and we've got PRS on 51 as well. So it looks like PRS versus the Quizzy Rascals, plus the rest of us all on 49 points. So here we go. General knowledge, general trivia. Nothing too tricky here, I hope. You might be able to get most of these right. So here we go then. Question number 1. What colour of cat's eyes mark the right-hand edge of a dual carriageway road or motorway in the United Kingdom? I've put that. What word that is? I don't need that. So what colour of cat's eyes mark the right-hand edge of a dual carriageway road or motorway in the United Kingdom? I don't even need the word road. I think dual carriageway will do. I'll say that once more. What colour of cat's eyes mark the right-hand edge of a dual carriageway or motorway in the United Kingdom? Let's get it right. Get rid of all the unwanted words I don't need. Question number 2. What word goes before Parliament to refer to the situation that occurs when a general election results in no party having a majority? What's a motorway? Actually, I haven't been on a motorway for... Do you know, Martin, I can't remember the last time I was on a motorway. I think it was when we came back from... it's a good 6 months ago at least. So question 2 again, what word goes before Parliament to refer to the situation that occurs when a general election results in no party having a majority? Well done, Denise. No number 2. Excellent. You'll know number 3 as well. Robin Sport, I can't remember the last time I set foot outside rugby. Well, we tend to go over to the parks at Brighton and Daventry, but that's about as far as we go, isn't it? Only for a walk. Question number 3, worth £320 on the Monopoly board. Which street since the 18th century has housed many prestigious and upmarket fashion retailers? Technically, it's now 2 streets, but I don't want to go there because it's a bit too complicated, so we won't bother with that one. So worth £320 on the Monopoly board. Which street since the 18th century has housed many prestigious and upmarket fashion retailers? Question number 4, which outer London borough and its environs are represented and covered by the BR postcode area? So question 4 again, which outer London borough and its environs is represented and covered by the BR postcode area? Ian's putting back. Going to see the grandkids in Wales. Can't wait. Be over a year. The end is in sight. I know, it's been a long time this year, hasn't it? But never mind. Question number 5. How many years of marriage are celebrated by an emerald wedding anniversary? So question number 5. How many years of marriage are celebrated by an emerald wedding anniversary? Martin just put, don't worry, lockdown 5 will be easy. Yeah, I'm sure it will. They do reckon we're going to have another little bump, don't they? So, good knows. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It appears they've been saving all the Moderna vaccine for the Welsh population, Martin. You're all right. Got your own. Question number 6. Listen carefully. This is a tricky question. Winding its way along spectacular coastline and at 630 miles, what is the longest national trail in the United Kingdom? So question 6 again, winding its way along spectacular coastline and at 630 miles, what is the longest national trail in the United Kingdom? Denise is asking, does everyone in England have to self-test twice a week? Oh, dear. Oh dear. Faye's just put, I got fired from my summer job at M&M's factory doing quality control. I threw out all the W's. Oh dear. Put us down. As far as I'm aware, it's optional and available to all if they want it. I'll say anything on the BBC today. I won't worry too much. Question number 7. It's a pretty straightforward true or false. True or false, is Her Majesty the Queen allowed to vote in a United Kingdom general election? So question number 7, true or false, is Her Majesty the Queen allowed to vote in a UK general election? That's an interesting one, isn't it? Question number 8. This is one for Ian Miller to work out. Nice, easy anagram. Verbal cork burns is an anagram of which team who currently compete in the Championship, the second tier of the English Football League system. So, verbal cork burns is an anagram of which team who currently compete in the Championship, the second tier of the English Football League system. Oh, I've put FB. It's have been. Have you seen the next question, Liz? Just add the word. Yeah. Not B, but bean. You need to put bean on it. All right, question number 9, the penultimate question of the evening. I haven't had one of these for a little while, so I thought it was about time we resurrected this one. In the news this week, it was on the BBC Science News. What kind of rays have been detected for the first time emanating from Uranus? So question 9 again. In the news this week, what kind of rays have been detected for the first time emanating from Uranus? Oh dear. Oh dear, dear, dear. That always makes me laugh, that one. And finally, question number 10. What is the very common name used for the medical condition known as diaphoresis? So question 10 again. What is the very common name used for the medical condition known as diaphoresis? Ian's put a horrible face. Don't tell me they hammered Burnley. I don't know. Either that or you haven't worked it out. Which is it, Ian? Have you worked it out yet? Verbal cork burns is an anagram of which team who currently compete in the Championship, the second tier of the English Football League system. Ian's put a horrible, kind of a grumpy face. My wife was showing me how to use emojis last night on my phone because I never figured out how to work them. I didn't realise you could search and type in something and it comes up with emojis for you. I had no idea. But never mind. Oh, it's the team you love to hate. Ah, well. You're not the only one. I'm a Man U fan. We hated him as well. Right then, everybody, I think I know the last question was a bit tricky, and one or two of those possibly might have caught you out, but let's see who has managed tonight to Just stay ahead of the pack. We had PRS and the Quizzy Rascals going into the last round, only having dropped a point all night, which is great. Scoring. So I'll just give you another 30 seconds and then we will do some marking for that round. Now, as I say, we'll be doing a quiz as usual this Sunday night. It'll be 8 for 8:15. The night's drawing out now. It was almost light by the time we started tonight. Well, it wasn't quite, but it's getting that way. What's this? It's not a true-false question. How can we answer this? Wait a minute. How can we answer 7? Where's number 7? True or false? Is Her Majesty the Queen allowed to vote in a UK general election? It's not a true-false question. Isn't it? Perhaps you're reading too much into it. True or false? Is Her Majesty the Queen allowed to vote in a UK general election? I think yes or no. Or be as, yeah, let's have a yes or no. That would be better. We'll change it just for Home Alone 60, yes or no. He's right. You're quite right, Robin. Let's lose the word is. True or false? Her Majesty the Queen. I think you get the idea. Which one is it? Let's go for yes or no. Roy's asking which one is it. Get on, Roy. What queen? Oh dear. It's Her Majesty the Queen. Oh dear. All right, everybody. Come on, we've had enough silly remarks about question number, whatever, 7. Yeah, you can always. Right, here we go. What time is it? 21:38. Right, here we go then. Here are the answers to the general trivia round. What colour of cat's eyes mark the right-hand edge of a dual carriageway or motorway? That's amber. They're red on the left, amber on the right. What word goes before Parliament to refer to the situation that occurs when a general election results in no party having majority? That's a hung Parliament. Number 3, worth £320 on the Monopoly board. The street I was after was Bond Street. Well done if you got Bond Street. Question number 4, the outer London borough, whose environments are represented and covered by the BR postcode area, is Bromley. Bromley. Number 5, how many years of marriage are celebrated in an emerald wedding? That's 55. Number 6, winding its way along spectacular coastline, mostly, of course, around Cornwall. 630 miles long. What is the longest national trail in the United Kingdom? It's called the South West Coast Path. The South West Coast Path. Well done if you got that, because that was tricky. Easy to put the Pennine Way or the others various ways. Question number 7. True or false? Can Her Majesty the Queen vote in a UK general election? Well, it's true. She can. There is no law to prohibit her from actually casting a vote. However, she doesn't do so by convention. Number 8, verbal cork burns is an anagram of which team? That's Blackburn Rovers. Number 9, in the news this week, what kind of rays have been detected for the first time emanating from Uranus? They are X-rays, X-rays. You don't want too many of them emanating, do you? Number 10, what is the very common name used for the medical condition known as diaphoresis? That's sweating. Sweating. So people that are sweating. It's called Diaphoresis. So well done if you got that. Right there, then, everybody. Let's have some scores in. Say how you've done. I'm sure there's been some great scores in that last round. Maybe one or two tricky ones. Not quite sure why we're all getting hot and bothered over the Queen, but never mind. She's clearly allowed to vote in the general election, but just chooses not to. Right, we have Jed and Tracy. They've ended up with 52 points. So well played, Jed and Tracy. Georgia and the Yorkies have very respectful 48 points tonight. We've got Graham and Jane Gifford 55 points. That's a great score. Harry, Julie, Ian, and his bottle of Shrouds, they've added 10 to their score with a maximum 62. Well played, Ian. Ian Miller on 42. We've got the Teasers on 58 points. Mick Roberts is on 53. Paul Finnish, says Martin Davis. What a shame. 48 points. PRS 59 points. Well played, PRS. Sarah and the gang. Never mind, she's saying 39 points. Well, it was a bit tougher tonight, Sarah, but never mind. Well played, you lot. That's Sarah, Russ, James, and Joe. Paula Lewis and the Quizzy Rascals end up with 60 points. Well played, you. Home Alone 652. Hard last round, said Penny. 44 points. Mike Yates is on 42 points. The Booby Prize Girls, 46. Started well. Michelle's on 53. Excellent quiz. Thank you very much from the other quiz team in Crick. So well played, the Crick team. So it does appear the Quizzy Rascals on 60. And, of course, the PRS also on a very respectable, whatever they were on, have been caught by Ian Miller and his bottle of Shiraz. I'm not quite sure. Wait a minute, 59. Oh, they're 59, of course. So not 62. It's all right. So 59 points for PRS, 59 points for Harry, Julian, Ian and his bottle of Shiraz. And we've got 58 for Clive and Janet and the Teasers. And we've got 52 for Home Alone 6 and the Quizzy Rascals. It appears the Quizzy Rascals have ended up tonight's winners. Well played, the Quizzy Rascals, Paula. Well played, Paul. Big hand to you. 60 points tonight. And that's pretty good. I'm very impressive, only dropping 2 points in tonight's quiz. Not very easy, some of those questions. So well done to all you quizzers tonight. Anyway, thank you very much for taking part. We'll look forward to seeing you all again on Sunday, where we'll put together another 6 rounds of tricky trivia to keep you all going. So good night from me, and good night, and stay safe, all of you. And let's hope that things beginning to ease down now over the next few weeks. We should be seeing the reopening of a few venues. We'll be able to get our hair done soon. Not that I need mine done, as my wife, my coiffeur, has been keeping it well trimmed recently, as you can tell, but never mind. So good night to all. John O'Rourke, Famous Five, coming with 52 at the end then. Well played, the Famous Five. And look forward to seeing you all again this Sunday night, 8 for 8:15. Do come and join us. I'll make sure I post it sometime Sunday afternoon so you all know when and where. So good night from me, and wait a minute, an update from Sarah. She's put update 45. Russ forgot to add the last round. Oh, Russ, God, dear goodness, there's always one in the team, isn't it? How can you forget to add the last round? Well played anyway, Russ and Sarah. I don't know whether James and Joe were with you, but I presume they were, so I hope you've all enjoyed yourselves tonight. Ian saying, great quiz again, thanks. Yeah, it was a bit tougher tonight, but never mind. Suck him, Sarah, said Jackie. That's the way forward. The wife's always saying that to me. Anyway, good night to all. Thank you very much for taking part, and we'll see you again on Sunday. It's Nick signing off.